Evening guys, and welcome to the SRA SATCAR Revival Series. All the old faces, all the old cars. Currently on grid, guys getting ready. We've got about 30 seconds here in the studio with me, Craig Wesley, all the way from Gauteng. Craig, how are you doing, buddy?
Fantastic, Melvin. Waiting for the start of this thing. I'm waiting for these BMs. I think they're going to tear off the line as usual. They're really quick on acceleration. Some of the front wheel drives bogged down a little bit, but yeah, it should be a really exciting race, eh?
Very interesting series this. The car's got no, how can I put it, steering angle, no correction angle as they were in real life. And it's been very difficult for the BMW guys. Not so much for the front wheel drive guys, although the front wheel drive cars do tend to be very tail happy.
I've driven the Mondo myself, and yes, you know, if you don't apply brakes while going into a corner and accelerate at the same time, or trail braking, you're definitely going to get the rear end out of the car, most definitely.
And we see the guys of the BMWs, as you said, immediately very quick off the line. 3 of them abreast as they go into turn 1. I think it's Dani van Rooyen in the lead.
Either Dani or Sean Lerera. Definitely, that's Dani van Rooyen in the lead there.
In the lead, closely followed by Sean Lerera. In the third place, Rohan Gous from SRL. Fourth place, it looks like Cohen Sassman, so it's a Ford 1-2, a BMW 3-4, and then in 5th place we have got Oliver Carr in the Alpha, closely followed by Melvin Gous, who's in a bit of a battle with, I think, Peter Grobbe. Yeah, Robbie's right there.
That's Robbie's. Robbie's is a fantastic driver, always very steady. Great little part to drive.
Probably just getting back into the thick of things, having had massive PC issues and stuff, having to set up all his stuff, so he's getting back into the groove and trying to, you know, just get his setup right and everything.
So we've got almost 3 abreast going into that corner there. Oh, somebody's gone off.
Oh, Rohan Gous has gone off. Rohan Gous has run wide in the BMW. It is a very tricky car to drive. You can see him struggling to get back on track.
Absolutely, to try and get that thing, you know, to get back onto traction is near impossible, but he seems to have done a good job of it.
Now you can see the rear tires are hot, so he is struggling. He's fallen way back. We've got 17 cars on the grid here. We've got Division 2 running on the other side. There's about 20 guys. We'll get that replay to you as well as soon as we can. But going back to the lead, I'm pretty sure Dani van Rooyen has got this one in the back. Sean Lerera though,
he's definitely hanging in there. You know, Dani is an exceptional driver, but you know, Sean Lerera is right on his tail, giving him a run for his money.
Dani's actually locking up quite a bit, where Sean is very smooth on this car, so not sure what's happened there.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if they've got the same or similar setup, but yeah, he's definitely a lot more solid, you know, planted on the ground than Dani is.
I'm going to try and see if I can get an onboard shot. These Mondos in-car just sounds amazing with the 6-cylinder V6 motors revving up to 9,000 RPM.
Absolutely, they are. You know, it's the only reason I chose the vehicle, because of the sound of the vehicle. They're fantastic to drive. You really got to be so careful with the setup on these cars. You know, one little mistake and you've got a beast on your hands. There you go, Dani's drifting
already. So that's going to allow Sean to come right up onto him. He's going to go on the outside. He's going to try and make the undercut. He can't make it steep. They're just too close.
I think he pulled in a little bit too tight on Dani there, and he wasn't able to do the undercut, but very close racing there indeed.
Looking at Cohen Sassman in the Fleet Care BP BMW. He's watching them, and he might be closing up actually.
It looks like it. He's an exceptional driver. He's very quick. But yeah, we'll see how that BMW lasts on those tires. Like you said earlier, those tires on the BM especially, you go into one little power slide or drift and you're done. Those tires just start cooking and you lost it.
They do eat the tires very quick. So we see Melvin Gous has lost a couple of places. He's got Ryan Lurik behind him. Ryan Lurik currently the leader in the Polo Cup series. So struggling a bit in the center on this track for some reason. He also said after the race that it felt like he was driving on grease. He just couldn't get the car to handle and do anything for him. So Melvin definitely lost a couple of positions. He was up into third place, and I think he got together with Dylan Fisagi. And the BMWs, once they touch, they don't like to go sideways.
Yeah, it's 2 or 3 laps recovery for those tyres to try and calm down. Otherwise, you may as well be on an ice skating rink.
Another guy quick in the Polo Cup, Mar guy, currently struggling a bit with the Mondeo. He is pretty far back, followed by Johan Niemand in the Alpha. Johan was actually very quick in practice, and it seems like he is struggling now in the race trim. But these guys are so quick, Greg. It's worth a mention to say that between 1st and 17th tonight, they were less than a second apart in qualifying.
Yeah, this race is extremely close. I mean, when the race starts, the lights go green. It's adrenaline all the way. You never know where you're going to land up. All you need to do is pull off long, which I did in my second race. I almost had guys run to the back of me because I spun the wheels, realized they'd made a mistake and tapped off, and then the car bogged down, which gave a lot of guys the chance to sort of pass. But luckily I made a bit of a comeback on it. But
looking at this, we've got JD Ellis in the Opel Vectra chasing one of the Mondeos very hard. I can't see now, it's actually who it is. Behind him, the Alpha of Oliver Carr, followed by, I think that's Melvin Gous in the BMW, followed by Ryan Ludik, and if I'm not mistaken, we've got a Ford Mondeo. That might be you, Craig.
yeah, it could very well be. Unfortunately, I need to have a closer look at the vehicle. But
It's very close dice at this stage. The guys all over each other, going really hard. We're going to drop to your name, and yes, that is you chasing Ryan Ludik, so waiting for a mistake to pop in.
yeah, unfortunately, there are a fair amount of mistakes with these cars. They are very tricky to drive. Specifically the Mondeos. I know, the rear end likes to step out. But yeah, otherwise it's such a pleasure to drive once you've got the setup correct.
Yeah, looking at Ludik, he said he was struggling a lot, so with those bright lights that you said he should switch off his spotlights, you can literally see he's on bright. He's blinding the guys.
Yeah, they are extremely bright, so distracting within game, but it is what it is.
He pushes off Melvin, so he backs off.
That's me on the grass as well, by the looks of things.
Wide. So Ryan waiting there for Melvin to get back, but this is upset the field quite a bit. So they go for it. Melvin running extreme.
Devald Lambert caught in the mix there as well.
Yeah, this allowed Devald Lambert to get back in, and he is actually one of the guys that actually races this track, and he said later on in an interview that he knew he wasn't fast, but he knew how to block on this track, and he kept you well busy in race 3, if I'm correct.
Absolutely. There were certain sections of the race where Devald was really quick. You couldn't really do anything down the straight. I mean, if you tried to make a move at the end of the straight, you would have gone off onto the grass anyway. But the corners are so tight, and you have to be so precise that it's really difficult to overtake. I mean, the likes of maybe Dani van Rooyen, he could get past. You can see there he's going in there, he's making a move.
Again, Ryan making a bit of a mistake. So again, the front wheel drive helping it. If it was a BMW, he was off.
Absolutely, you would have been in circles going all over the place. But yeah, it's very easy to get the front wheel drive back.
Well, I'm not sure what happened here, but Dani has fell from the lead to third place. So something along the line, it went wrong for Dani.
I don't know if he went off onto the car.
Place, but as we saw earlier on the replay, he was struggling with the car. He was sliding all the way. So I'm not sure if that made any impact. And again, Dani runs wide, so he is struggling with traction. And this is allowing Dylan Fisagi to catch up onto him.
Yeah, Dylan, another very fast driver. Actually, very impressive drive from him. But yeah, I'm pretty sure once Dani's got traction back on those tyres, he's going to possibly run away from Dylan and move up closer to the front.
Well, Oliver Carr currently in second. He is chasing Peter Grobler, if I'm correct. Yes, Peter Grobler currently in second place. Colin Sussman in the BMW making best of his tyres and slowly but surely pulling away. So Cohen has done something on this BMW and it's working for him. if you can make it work, it is a quick car, as it was in real life. But to get it to work is where the trick comes in.
Absolutely, I think the same is said about the Alpha. It's an absolutely great car. It's got a very, very nice top end. Going back to Johan, I think he was struggling a little bit on this track, whereas the previous race he was actually really, really quick.
Yeah, Johan Niemand at this stage talking about him running all on his own, just trying to get the points back. He was very quick in practice, although not here on Verkieza and on Swartkops. He was very quick, and that's the next two tracks we're going to go to, and that should make for some interesting viewing.
He's fighting off Melvin there.
Oh, we can see Craig Wesley now. Yeah. Is that Craig? No, that's Lambert, I think.
Is that Dewald Lambert? Or is it...
Sure, we'll have to see the back screen.
I'm just trying to get a side view there.
Going on here.
Should be a number. I think it could very well be me.
That is you, Craig, yes.
I remember you giving me a hard chase there, and I think somewhere down the straight you managed to sneak past.
Now, taking some shortcuts and trying my best to get past there, but yeah. And then
always fighting for the line, eh?
We see one car going through. Yes, that is you. And that was Wayne Mitten saying he really struggled with the car last night on the track.
Another very, very quick driver, old Wayne Mitten.
Very, very quick. In the Polo Cup, he is currently one of the best contenders there. So he said in chat earlier today, he is struggling with this car. He's trying to keep himself intact and trying to make the best of it. But you can see the BMW dancing around. It is struggling. It doesn't like this track.
Absolutely. I saw you smoking tyres at the end of the straight there, trying to get that little bit extra.
So currently at this stage, this is the closest ice. So we have got in the Mondeo. I just want to make sure whether it is Loureiro running. Yeah, it's Loureiro running right in front of Craig Wesley. So this should pan out very nice. I don't know what happened to Loureiro.
Yeah, I think maybe he's just got his brake power set a little bit high. I dropped mine right down just to avoid the locking up.
As we go down the straight, I'm actually trying to make a move. Then I'm going to put it off.
Yeah, I think that. Yep. Yeah, there you go. I had to respect the powers that be. You know, if I didn't move out the way of Melvin, I would have probably caused some kind of hiccup there and cost us both some time.
BMW actually not liking curbs. You can see the front wheel drives running the curbs. This car does not like the curbs. It hates them.
I think in the beginning stages, definitely the front wheel drive is not as good as the BM. But I think once your tires start warming up, I don't know. I take my hat off to you guys and have a lot of respect for BMW drivers for keeping it on track.
Yeah, the BMW probably one of the trickiest cars. It sounds nice, it looks nice, it's a beautiful car. Starting to lock up the brakes now, so that's there you can see going sideways.
Oh yes.
The rear tires are starting to go. They are definitely going.
Melvin Goos, we know, the man that is always sideways.
Love to do it, not in this car though.
Nope.
And the motorplane BMW doing good job. Actually a little tribute to Sabine Schmidt, who for me was, I actually liked on the Top Gear shows. We all remember from the actual touring cars in South Africa, a couple of wrecks, but she was always happy, she was always good, she was always fast.
Absolutely fantastic person, you know, one of the most humble people that you could ever meet.
For me, and this car just looked pretty.
Absolutely, it looks stunning.
If we go to the lead, I think Loureiro, is just leading you, Craig. No, he's fallen back. You've actually... No, I've passed you, so he is running in 4th place at this stage.
Keeping it nice and tidy, using all the track.
Danny van Rooyen. Oh, and the race is over. So, yeah, very difficult with this current setup we have. But I can tell you that Koen Sussman actually went on to win the race. In the BMW, he just got it perfectly set up. Peter Grobler, long time no see, back in the seat after many frustrations, taking second place. Donnie van Rooyen actually third place. That is something we have not seen in a very long time.
Yeah, I think Donnie left that one and actually kicked himself for that because, I mean, we all know that Donnie has been the rear-wheel drive king and he's now absolutely fallen in love with the front-wheel drives. And most of the time he's up front, first or second. So to get a third for him, maybe it was a little bit of a slip-up going into a corner. He hit the grass and tapped off a little bit. But yeah, I think he beat himself up slightly over that.
I think Donnie loves the series because he's not running away with it. Donnie has always been very, very competitive, very quick, running on some of the best gear we've got. And he's enjoying this because he's getting a hard time and not winning it all.
Absolutely.
For difference, he's got to work for a win.
Yeah, Donnie's one of those chappies where it is always the same thing. Challenge accepted.
Yeah, he never gives up.
He'll never back down. He'll just keep pushing and pushing and pushing until he gets it right.
I'm going to go over to pause and we're going to start race 2, which is another 12-minute race plus 1 lap. Some very interesting results there. And then we'll do the final race.
Fantastic. I'm looking forward to the second race.
Welcome back, guys, and we are live for race 2 of the SATCAR Revival Series, all the way from SRA. The guys on grid getting ready to start. We're currently looking at Ron Gous on his inside track. Wesley, you can see these BMWs off the line extremely quick. Melvin Gous goes for a move. He's putting his nose in there where he doesn't belong. And we see someone
in the front for a change.
I think that might be Jerry Ellis just been on the grass trying to pass someone.
Yeah, unfortunately on the start is such a quick pace and these cars are so challenging. There goes another Alpha. I have a strange feeling that was Johan.
I think in Italian Alpha means roll, so I'm not sure if that's correct.
Pretty nice, clean start, Everybody's behaving themselves.
They're trying their best at least. In these cars, it's so tricky, Craig. You've literally got to, you have to back off to try and get clean through and...
Absolutely, there's no calm zone in these cars, like I said earlier. You're pushing every single corner to the absolute limit. There's just no backing off. If you back off slightly to try and cool your tires down, somebody's going to pass you.
Yeah, it's so close. The times are so close. Well, we've got Van Rooyen coming from the back, so let's see how he works. Oh, and we've got someone going off again. I think that would be Oliver Carr. No. Well, one of the Alphas just went off. Oliver Carr and Dylan Visagi very close to each other. There's another Alpha off. Yeah, the guys, as you said, under the pressure, making mistakes all on their own. There was no massive impact anywhere. So, yeah, very, very... Now you've got to remember they have gone full reverse grid, so you've got the quick guys trying to make way now, and with the time being so close, they're not used to it.
I'm just looking, and these Alphas really seem to be struggling on this track. I don't know if it's because it's a much shorter course.
Yeah, they've got a lot more understeer. You can see them bumping around. The Ford actually seemed very comfortable. Oh, and Oliver Carr runs in the back of Dylan Visagi. We've actually got an incident report of that. We will be looking into it. Not sure exactly what happened there.
By the looks of things, someone outbroke themselves and didn't have an option but to run in.
So Ron Gous really pushing it very hard. He's on the inside of, I believe it's Sean Loureiro. I'm just going to check there. We've got no actual... Yeah, that's Ron Gous and Sean Loureiro on top of each other. He is making this BMW work much better for him. Peter Grobler at the back.
Lorena going on the inside line. Fantastic. It was a great pass.
Yeah, so Sean, a very defensive driver, very good driver. And he always likes to drive these kinds of races like the Polo Cup, the SATCARs, and he's very good at them.
And correct me if I'm wrong, is that Peter Grobler sitting behind?
That is Peter Grobler. Followed closely by Gous, followed by Wesley, and followed by Ryan Ludik.
This race is so close. I mean, these guys are milliseconds from each other. So I say there's absolutely zero chance of backing off it. They are on bumper to bumper, and I mean, if you look out throughout the entire race, from the first to the last, I mean, the gap is so small that it's just sweat from the get-go.
There's no room for error, and for about 60 minutes every Sunday night, these guys are sweating it out. I was actually making a mistake. It's Mike McGeer running behind Rian Gous at this stage.
Mike McGeer, also a fantastic driver, very, very quick, very humble, very patient.
He will not make an aggressive move. He will wait it out and he will attack when you least expect it. That is just how Mike is.
Yeah, we have a lot of guys, racing with SRA that are really dedicated to the sport and absolutely fantastic drivers. I mean, we've got youngsters that are better drivers than some of the seniors. But it's just out of pure respect and decency that the guys just control themselves. There's no dive bombing or aggressive driving. It's just fantastic to watch the guys push each other to the limits like this and behave at the same time, because it's so easy to just wow, I can squeeze past here, but the guys don't. They really are patient, especially on this track. I think this is one of the most demanding tracks that I've actually been on.
Mike, Craig, if you look at the cars bouncing and the suspension working, you can see they're on the limit, and that's what you just said. They are pushing the limit. Melvin Gous almost losing it there. They are on the edge, and that's how hard they're driving. They've got so much confidence in each other. It's what makes SRA so good and fun to be with.
Absolutely. I mean,
these guys
look how close these guys are. Any one of those 5 guys in that bunch could take it.
Well, this is actually a fight, I think, for 3rd place, if I'm not mistaken. Donnie van Rooyen is still trying to get through the field. He is on it, but he's not getting through, but he's catching up very, very quick. Donnie
very, very difficult to overtake on this track.
Somehow figured out how to keep his head clean and just get the points. And you can watch him. He is actually Donnie, for difference is you can see him. He's humping curbs and bumping curbs, and so Donnie is pushing hard for a change. I've
absolutely,
never seen him this committed.
He's an absolute master at this. I mean, his setup is second to none. Devastatingly fast, and like you said just now, always committed to the absolute max.
Yeah, well, he does about 800 laps, where we do 20 to 30 laps practice. And
absolutely enough.
So how the hell is he so fast?
That's all he set up. I mean, Donnie will set up one thing and do 5 laps, and let's change it and we'll do something else. And by the time he's done all his setups over the 300, 400, 500, 600 laps that he's done, he's got the car almost perfect.
Well, in this series you can see him. He's taking his time. He's not pushing his limits. He is literally, he knows mistakes are bound to happen, especially in these cars. So unforgiving. You can see all of the cars starting all over the place, struggling with the setup, don't know if he changed anything. Cohen Sussman actually now catching up to Donnie. So Cohen is sitting there waiting for things to happen. In front of him, Peter Grobler. In front of them, Ryan Lurik. Oh, and we just had... Oh, we knew that accident was bound to happen. We can go back a bit and watch a replay. What happened here... Big bunch up, Melvin Gous going on the inside. 3 cars abreast, it was not going to end well.
Look like he got forced wide a little bit there.
And they both went through the grass. So, both cars there, out of the race, end of it.
Absolute crying shame that, sure.
So, while it happens, back to the action. Ryan Lurik currently made up 3 positions, chasing hard, going after Craig Wesley. And he's got, I think, no, that's Peter Grobler chasing him, and Donnie van Rooyen right at the back.
Yeah, I think I caught a lucky break on the beginning of the race with this one.
So
Otherwise,
Cohen,
Donnie would have passed me a long time ago.
Cohen actually is attacking Donnie now. I would say, guys, get through it and try to get to the front. But Cohen knows time is running out, so he's attacking Donnie to try and get that 1 point extra, which can make a huge difference on the end of the season.
Absolutely. Fortunately, watching the race, they are keeping it clean. There's no extreme blocking, and the guys are just absolute pros at it,
Well, Downey actually not blocking at all. He's just keeping his line, keeping it clean, and figuring, you want to pass me? Pass me.
Absolutely. I may change Donnie's name and nickname him the Doctor.
He's actually playing it all out. He's gone wide a bit, so Downey's under pressure for sure.
No, I think Donnie is most definitely pushing that Mondeo to the absolute maximum. If you look at every single corner he's going into, he's using every ounce of the track possible.
You can see Cohen as well. Cohen is actually bottoming out, getting sparked out of his car. So that BMW is set up very low, and he is pushing it.
I think that's where a great difference comes in with Donnie and possibly Cohen as well. When the guys utilize the entire track, there's always so much time to to take. Whereas the likes of me, I'm an old fossil, and I just want to keep my car on the track. I don't have the clean lines that Donnie van Rooyen and Cohen Sassman and even you. I mean, you're an exceptional driver, although you like to keep the rear end out most of the time. It's just there's a certain level of professionalism, and that comes with experience.
Yeah, I mean, all the guys here, you've got actual real drivers here like Donnie van Rooyen, Cohen Sassman, actual drifter, Sean Loureiro, plenty of names on this grid that you can name that is really pushing it compared to the sim racing guys, and it's actually close racing, which is why the sim race world has opened up to so many people. Where in the world can you watch racing with 17 super touring cars watching this? I mean, look at the guys. They're less than 1 second apart, 7 or 8 cars apart, and they're all pushing it. Absolutely
amazing stuff. It is, being in the car and watching it from an outsider's perspective is completely different kettle of fish. These guys are so close. I mean, every single one of these guys. Look at De Walt Lambert there, pushing that Mondeo completely to its limits.
Lambert said earlier or later in the chat last night, saying, I know this track, I drive it a lot, I know how to block, and he's keeping it clean. He's not deliberate blocking, he's keeping his lines. You cannot get past the guy. He is just that good on this track.
Believe me, I tried. I spent most of my time trying to get past Dewald, but like I said earlier, certain portions of the track is very quick. Going into some of the corners, you'll probably see me locking up because I was trying to avoid him. But yeah, to try and get past, that's another level of driver, and unfortunately, I'm just not there yet.
Well, you can see his car is not set up that perfect. If you look at Donnie's car, it's stuck to the ground, it handles perfectly. Lambert is struggling with oversteer. His rear end is all over the place. So he's working 10 times harder. Not trying to go forward, but trying to keep the guys at bay. And if I'm not mistaken, that is Mike McGeer right behind him. And Mike is gonna just put the pressure. Yeah, that's Mike McGeer. He's gonna put the pressure. And eventually, should he pass? Will he not pass? How's this gonna pan out?
Was that Peter Grobler sitting directly behind me?
I think in race 2, I think it is Grobler. I know Grobler had some issues with having to set up the servers. So I'm not sure if it's him.
And Donnie van Rooyen pushing hard from just behind Groblis.
No, Groblis is chasing Melvin Ghost now. So they're in a last place battle for the fun of it. And you can see the BMW starting to struggle with the tires, and Groblis is not backing off. He's having fun. So this is the closing stage of the race.
The two big bosses of SRA having it out on the track there.
Having a bit of fun, giving his and Grobby
Whoa!
Yeah, Grobby still has the car control, everything. If he wasn't watching service, he would have been right up there. You can take. Oh, that Vectra is quick on a straight. He's going to go for the pass. Oh, Melvin a bit ballsy on the outside, cutting him off.
Fighting tooth and nail. I will not give an inch. It's always been a great pleasure, you know, since I started sim racing, watching you guys race together. It's always been very, very close between you guys, and it's the camaraderie between, you know, the guys at SRA is just absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, I must say we got another new guy today. He's been from another group, and he's fallen so much in love with this group. I'm not going to name names, but we've got another one hell of an epic person climbing in now, and after 3 years doing this, I think we're way bound and hellbound. And you can see them slowing down, not making accidents, back to pits. That was a bit of a layer effect. I would have thought that'd give us a bit of a donut or something. But Trek, again, looking at this, absolutely amazing. I'm going to go to pause and we'll start race 3, which was the 18-minute race, and the tires didn't like it at all, especially
Great
on this
stuff.
track.
I'm starting to perspire just looking at the race.
Okay boys, so it seems like with Eskom kicking in, Trek doing a superb job in commentating. Yeah, well, not happening this race round. So the guys staying on line for the third and final race. This will be 15-minute race plus 1 lap. Currently starting in really respective positions. I think Dani van Rooyen might be in the lead at this stage. No, he's actually in second place. Cohen Sassman started from the pole. Might be the possible winner of the event. Let's see what happens with BMW. BMW is very quick off the line as they move away. Cohen Sassman, as you can see, put away the BMW extremely fast in the line with the rear-wheel drive. Dani van Rooyen in second place. Up into third is, I think, no, that should be Sean Loureiro going into third. So Dani van Rooyen in second, Sean Loureiro in third, Cohen Sassman in first place. Now guys, this is a drift guy. He is from TTSA. He knows how to hang a car sideways, and this BMW does not like sideways. So currently BMW, Ford, and Oliver Carr currently in fourth. This guy, one of the newer members of SRA, very, very quick indeed. Proving himself in this car, running very, very fast. Peter Robert currently in sixth. I think just ahead of him is Mr. Mike McGeer. No, Mike actually way down the field. So that might be Mr. JD Ellis from Dynamic Racing. Yes, that is JD Ellis from Dynamic Racing, keeping Grobby at bay. Oh, and there's contact. Grobby's just outbroke himself, taking out JD. JD is not going to be happy about that. You can see him spinning the wheels. And you see Grobby's waiting there for him. Unfortunate racing incident. These guys are so on the edge. This seems to happen. JD now right onto Dylan Visagi. Dylan struggling with the BMW. Bit of contact there. Again, another bit of contact. So these guys are on it. They are really pushing it. Those hypnotic drums from JD, from Dylan, making me, well, nauseous, but just looks weird. But well done, Dylan. Something different. So Grobby running away now. Well, not running away, getting back from the back of the pack. He just waited for JD Ellis. JD from one of our more of our other respected groups, and yeah, well, seeing him taken out by one of our admins, we've got to apologize sincerely. But JD pushing it. JD, a very, very quick driver. Not sure what wheel he's on, but he's really pushing this Astra. Mike McGee currently still in the battles, driving very hard, right in the back of Melvin Gous at this stage. And you can see this is an epic battle. You've got Trick Lambert right at the front of the pack, followed by Craig Wesley, then Gous, then McGee, and if I'm not mistaken, that should be Johan Niemand. No, that will be... Sorry guys, we haven't got live timing, so it's trying to figure out who's running where. So I think that might be Mr. Mitten. Yes, that is Mr. Wayne Mitten. Got me a bit with these cars, but very, very quick indeed. So just maintaining the gap, seeing if he can do something about it. Go to Mr. Lambert saying he's known this track for a couple of years now. He's driven on it. He's going to make this Mondeo very, very wide, and he's doing exactly that. Trick has got no way. This in changes has given him massive pressure from Melvin Gous in the BMW. Although we know the Beamer is quick up to a point, and with the nugget of Gous, it's not going to help. As we go on the main straight, let's see. The Mondeo seriously, well, it pulls away a bit. So the Mondeo definitely has the power on the BMW. And the Vectra can seem to catch up. So not sure if it's slipstreaming or pure power or what's happening here. But Mike just maintaining the gap, not closing up, not making any bold moves. He's just watching this fight. He knows something's going to unravel. And you can see Craig there catching right up to Lambert now. Lambert climbing the curves, that's not going to work for him. That will unsettle the Mondeo a lot. So Craig catching up very, very quick, and Lambert again on the curves. So Craig going on the inside, well, Craig as he says. Will he make the move pass? No, he's struggling. The BMW locking with the back. This allows Mike to catch up right to the back of the BMW. But Trick's still maintaining it. He knows how to block. He knows how to keep that Mondeo so wide. Craig going on the outside. Will he make the move? If Craig passes Lambert, he is gone. So Melvin trying to push his nose in. And they touch. They do touch. Melvin falls back. He gives the space back. But this is allowed Mike McGee to catch it right up, and Lambert goes sideways. Lambert losing it a bit. As I said, oh, Melvin lost it. Melvin has gone off big time. So that's goes out of the equation. That leaves you with Lambert, Wesley, and Lambert again sideways. So you've got Lambert, Wesley, Mike McGee, and Oliver Carr, if I'm correct. I promised you guys earlier we're going to try and go online with these Mondeos. They just do sound extremely fantastic. And we've got to go there. We're going to go on board with them. From a driver's eye view. See their hands working. And I've just lost my... I said of course the camera. Gonna try and sorry for that, boys. And you can see the old Lambert here working this Mondeo as hard as he can. Gonna drop back to Craig. Craig really trying his hardest to try and catch up to this Mondeo. You can see the left braking. Craig is jumping the curbs a lot. So this allows Craig to catch up very, very quick. And he's on the outside. Will he make the pass? Can he make the pass? Again, he just hasn't got the drive to do it. All of this is allowing Mike McGeer to close right up to them, and Oliver Carr just waiting there, waiting to pound, waiting to hit. Oh, and Craig, there was contact there, so Craig runs a bit wide, he goes a bit sideways. This is the race we've got to watch, guys. There's now 2 Alphas caught up. I think that is Jan Niemand. No. Wayne Mitten has joined the battle. Sorry, Oliver Craig has joined the battle. Oliver Carr, sorry. Jimmy Carr, Oliver Carr. Same thing, different driver. So these guys are in a massive battle for, I think, 3rd spot if I'm not mistaken. No, 4th place. Currently in the lead. Daniel van Rooyen running away with it again. One hell of a driver. Just keeping himself intact. 2nd place we've got Cone Sussman, but he's got heavy pressure from Sean Herrera, followed by Oliver Carr. So these guys are in a massive battle for 2nd place. This is touring car. This is what it's all about. In the fleet care car going through there. Oh, the BMW sounding wonderful. Mondeo just right up there. But for some reason, Cone has got this car set up perfectly. He is pulling away slowly but surely. As we go back to the dice, going on between Sean Herrera. He's fallen back a bit, to be honest. Oh, he's in the same battle, sorry, my mistake. Probably having falling back, having to sort out service, he's just pushing it to get it to the end and getting some points. So the dash here between Craig Wesley and Geweld Lambert continues. Craig pushing that one there as hard as he can. Mike McGeer waiting. Oh, and Craig gets it. Oh, Craig gets it all wrong. He slides off. Mike going onto the gravel. Aldo Lurik right in there trying to catch up. He said he was struggling tonight with the setup of the Sentra. Wayne Mitten right up there. One mistake and he'll be in the pound seats, taking another position. It seems like Lambert is slowly, surely, he's putting away a bit. And Mike is catching up as well, Ryan. So they're now a 3-way battle, I think, for 5th or 6th place. As I said, we haven't got the live timings, so we're guessing here what's happening. And you can see Craig on the limit, trying to push. Ryan Lurik now in the centre. We're going to go on board with him, see what he sees from his viewpoint. Taking very aggressive line there from Ryan, undercutting him, trying to get him inside. He can't make the move stick. He's really pushing the centre. He said the car was slippy tonight. You can see he is, well, at this stage he's got a lot of grip. But all of this has allowed Lambert to move away. You can see the guys really pushing it, trying their best, trying to get up there. Top view, can the Sentra close? It actually does take the slipstream. Will he make a pass? Ryan Lurik pushing it as best as he can. Unfortunately, he is not able to make a pass at this stage. Climbing the curves, going wide, using every single centimeter of those slits on that little Nissan Sentra. Only car we're missing here tonight, the car of Jay de Villiers, the Corolla. Not sure why it hasn't joined, but that's also a pretty car to watch, a very quick car. Ryan going on the outside. Is he going to dive on the inside? No, he sticks with it. He's decided to wait for it. See what happens, but they're right on top of each other. So Craig has now gone from chasing one car to keeping two cars at bay. And Ryan is putting a lot of pressure on Mike McGeer. You can see Mike pushing this little Astra Vectra, as we know it. Mike going for a dive on the inside of Craig. Oh, and he just backs off out of it. Bravely done so. So this is turning into a three-way battle for 5th or 6th. I do not want to cross away from this. I really want to see where the guys in the lead are. We're going to go onto the straight. We're going to make a quick move to them. Donny van Rooyen comfortably in the lead, followed by Colin Sassman. And if I'm not mistaken, Peter probably should be in there. Well, very far back, but he is right up there. I think he came in 3rd. But we've got to go back to that dice. We've got to watch that. That is where the action is happening. Going back to Lurik, and they are still on top of each other. Ryan Lurik chasing Mike McGeer as hard as he can. And onto two wheels as he is going to dive on the inside, trying to get a best of. Well, trying to catch Craig. And this will allow Ryan Lurik to come right. Oh no, Craig has gone wide. Craig has just thrown it away. Craig has gone from, well, 6th or 5th right down to 7th or 9th. He's lost 3 positions. And I can promise you, he will not be happy. So Mike McGeer showing again. Be consistent, keep the line, stay on track, and it will come to you. Dewald actually got a comfortable lead now on his position. But the heat is on. You've got one hell of a dice here, guys. Go, guy, all on his own, catching up with Melvin. Melvin has, no, that's Dylan Versace actually. So Dylan also having some problems, struggling with the BMW. It seems like those tires just don't want to last in the full 18 lap race or 18 minute race. Johan Niemand all on his own. Wayne Mitten, well, he's caught up to Craig Wesley now, so he might make a move on it. Wayne Mitten, a very quick driver, very quick in the Paddock Cup. Can he make this touring car work for him? Craig Hume right up there with the front leaders. And we see Mike going for a pass on Ryan Lurik, or is it Ryan Lurik going for a pass on Mike? Not sure, I missed a couple of... Ryan falls back, but still he's not giving up. This allows Craig to catch up again, and also allows Craig Hume. There were 2 Craigs chasing a Lurik, a McGeer, and themselves. Colin Sassman on the last lap. Colin Sassman from 2nd place has just run out of fuel. You can see him, that must be so horrible. Colin is running in a solid 2nd place. You can see him all out of fuel. So sad to see this. He's gone back to pits. Miscalculated his fuel. 3 minutes longer than the previous races. One mistake and he's retired from 2nd. That would so mess up his championship points. But as we go back, Ellis has gone off. So it seems we've missed, end of the race, guys. bit of an anticlimax, but yeah, in the end, it all went the way of Danny van Rooyen. He took the win, as we also suspected. Mr. van Rooyen very, very quick. Currently leading the championship on a very good margin. Second place overall for the day, Sean Louredo, followed by Oliver Carr. Colin Sussman, he would have had the win if he had not run out of fuel. He took 4th place, and then a very, very close combat for the rest of the field. Guys, thank you for joining. Last race, not so much fun without my co-commentator, but we tried it. As I said, we'll go better and better and better. Thanks for joining. I hope you liked it. It's the best we can do at the stage. Night, guys. Have fun.